Welcome to part 36 of Grand Theft Auto 5. In this episode, we are finally going to end all of the McCreary's missions once and for all. And the only way to do that is to complete the trade-off of Gracie Ancelotti and the diamonds. And diamonds are a girl's best friend. And this is the last mission of the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Hey.
Yeah? What's wrong?
There's good news and there's bad news. Good news is, everything's coming together. Bad news, ain't gonna make a blind bit of difference to me.
What do you mean? Do you want me to spell it out? No, I guess not.
Thanks. Packy will give you a call and explain. The ex-boyfriend of your girl is gonna agree to the divorce terms. Unfortunately, turns out he wasn't our only problem. Some other crap has turned up. I don't think I'll be getting out anytime soon. Been a great laugh. You look after yourself.
Yeah.
Nico, me and Gracie is waiting for you just off of Frankfurt Avenue in Northwood. Looks like our joyful time with her is coming to an end.
That's a fucking tragedy. We should throw her a goodbye party.
That's the plan. Hopefully someone might bring a big present for us to this shindig as well. Maybe a big bag of diamonds will help us get over the pain of losing her. We're waiting for you, man.
With everything that has happened up to this point, we're going to now prepare to exchange Gracie for the diamonds. And me stealing a car in front of a police station, or let alone a jail, is a stupid idea. I mean, if they catch me, they don't have to take me too far. That is, if they catch me. But the actual suggestion I have for this mission: make sure you have full body armor, make sure you have full ammo, especially carbine rifles. Bring them. For the love of God, bring carbine rifles into this fight. You will need them, especially because this deal is going to go wrong, considering the fact that it is a deal orchestrated by both Packy and Ray. And of course, as I said before, this is an entire scenario made to make Bulgarin look strong. And he is a terrible and ineffective villain. He has only been in 2 missions in this blasted game, and have, I think, only one bit of influence throughout the entirety of the game, and that is when I think it was either him or a model that looked like him, or possibly out of the Russian mafia. Sorry, I stuttered there. Just forced Johnny to kidnap Roman. If it wasn't for that, he would have literally no influence in this game, and all of a sudden he shows up now to become the big, bad, terrible boss of this whole entire scenario. And I'm not kidding when I say, once we start this mission, and once we get through this mission, it'll be the last time we ever see Bulgarin ever again in GTA 4, at least. Which is kind of stupid. They brought in a villain that is supposed to be the most uber-powerful badass, or try to be as effectual or effective, or probably something that actually affect the storyline, like, I say, Tenpenny, or rather Lance Vance. But the problem with that is, you actually see these guys slowly but surely descend into madness. Oh, Tenpenny already descended into madness in the game, but you see Lance slowly but surely descend into the outright asshole he becomes at the end of Vice City. When it comes down to this game, Bulgarin, you don't know what Bulgarin's all about. You only know the backstory because Nico will tell you the backstory in this mission. And also, the backstory of the relationship between Nico and Bulgarin is explained in Russian Roulette. But that's the only excuse Dmitri has to betraying you. And that makes him ineffective, although he's doing more than what Bulgarin is doing in this game. Oh, but trust me, even though we don't get Bulgarin, we will get our hands on Dmitri. I mean, the game's not that stupid, right? I'm looking at you, Chinatown Wars. So, without further ado, let's go on ahead and get into the front seat of this car and take Gracie to the meet to get the diamonds.
Yeah, man. All right, Nico.
And yeah, just for the record, we are helping Ray steal back diamonds he stole from Gay Tony, who, by the way, bought them off of one of Bulgarin's goons on the platypus.
Ain't that right, Gracie? See, she was just telling
So
me
now
how
then,
she loved me. What do you
the
think
only
of
thing
Nico,
I have to
Gracie?
say about this mission, being,
Gracie, watch your mouth.
you know,
Nico's a good friend of mine. Don't say that about
able
him.
to be failed, is the fact that if Gracie dies before you guys make it to the meet, or Packy dies anytime throughout this mission. That's basically it. And the usual one there. Busted. That's kind of the obvious thing. However, here's the thing that you need to realize when it comes down to bringing Gracie to the meet. Or the meeting point. You don't want to attract cop attention, like accidentally bumping into their cars, or bypassing a toll booth, or doing something like that. Here I say don't attract cop attention, and I just did. Thankfully, it didn't rise up to a 2-star like it normally does. Because normally, with Gracie in the car, you would get a 2-star. Because there's a kidnapped individual in the backseat of the car. But, apparently not at this point. That means you have to pass through toll booths, or at least try to pass through toll booths. Oh, wait. You actually have to pass through the toll booth in order to get on Charge Island. And you are going to have to make sure that you don't, again, attract police attention like I did just a few seconds ago or a few minutes ago. Because the less cops that are following you, the better. Now then, is there anything else that needs to be said about this? There will be, however, a small chance that the cops will show up during this mission. And for that, you may want to find a car or hope to God that a car actually spawns. Because during certain points, a car may spawn, then again, a car won't spawn, and you're probably left with wrecked up Russian vehicles. Oh, I think I just said that out loud, didn't I? Well, you know what? I should actually spoil it here. Bulgarin's gonna bust up this diamond heist. Plain and simple. Because we're coming on to that point in about a few minutes. And the only reason Bulgarin is here to bust up this diamond heist because he's just ineffectual. And he wants to try to make a lasting impression, and the only thing he does is be an outright dick. And Nico could not kill him until 2 games later, which Luis ended up killing him. And arguably one of the most BS missions. The prelude to that BS mission was just as bad. Well, it is BS mission in certain areas. I mean, it can be tough, but at the same time, that final mission of the Battle of Gay Tony ends up getting easier near the end of the mission, but the first starting point is actually pretty tough. But anyway, we're here at the sewage plant, so let's get started with the deal.
Gracie, you all right? The bastards didn't hurt you, did they?
She can't speak. We got a gag in her mouth.
Give her back, you animals. She suffered enough.
Hand over the stuff.
Hand over Gracie. I'm here for you, sweetie.
Hand over the fucking stuff!
All right, calm down. Both of you.
Oye, we put the ice in the middle, we walk back. Then, you send over the girl. We leave, and you pick up the stuff. Entiende?
Sure. Show us the goods.
Come back to me, honey.
Let her go.
Nika Bellic. How is it? That whenever something is stolen from me, you're not far away.
I have never stolen anything from you, Mr. Bulgarin.
This man, the big Pedic and his Dominican beach, they stole my diamonds. And you have been trying to rob the thieves, to rob me. Conchai!
I don't care what you did to that man, but we ain't leaving here without them diamonds. All right, I think I know who.
And just as he leaves, he sends another Zerg Rush as a going away present. What an asshole. Like I said, this would have marked the ending of the Battle of Gay Tony, and if you try to go into the area of gunfire with Luis, Tony and Gracie would surely end up dead, and you would fail the mission. But as far as for this game is concerned, you need to keep Packy alive at all costs, because there are guys surrounding him, and there are guys in the high rafters shooting. So, if you're going to throw grenades, make sure that Packy's not in the vicinity, because he has a pin chant of walking into enemy fire. Just like that guy has a pin chant of trying to keep cover, knowing damn well there's a grenade right next to him. Try to aim for headshots, try to aim for enough shots to knock guys that are on high ledges off. Conserve your ammo. Well, I wouldn't say conserve your ammo, because most of Bulgarin's goons have carbine rifles, which is all the more reason why you should bring a carbine rifle to this fight. In other words, try to take as minimal a damage as humanly possible. I'm doing good so far by taking absolutely no damage from that, which is a first, because normally I would have lost the majority of my body armor by now. Now then, you'll have to follow Packy up the stairs and hopefully kill off most of Bulgarin. And I spoke too soon, didn't I? I took some chip damage. Anyway, you're gonna have to follow Packy and get into cover and make sure Packy is not shot up by the Russians. One headshot there, and I just lost some more armor. Good going me. I just want to let you know that the pipes over here are not very good cover. Seriously, go for headshots. It is the best way for you to actually survive, because I'm sorry I have hiccups here. But go for headshots. It's the best way to survive this onslaught of Bulgarins here. I think I killed that guy. Yes, I did. He just bled out. Excuse me a second. Now then, the game wants you to follow Packy. I recommend you don't, because you want to make them separated from actually cutting down both you and Packy. So what you do, if you can, use your rocket launchers to destroy... I can't believe I missed that. Use your rocket launchers to destroy the cars to lighten the load of the amount of Russians you have to kill. There's going to be a lot of heavy gunfire pointed at Packy from the upper platform, but at the same time, if you take this route, you'll be able to ambush these guys and have them pinned down in two directions in a pincer attack. But that also may leave Packy wide open for the remaining 4 guys before the cutscene. Now then, immediately rush over to Packy's aid, and by the way, you're still going to be going here anyway, regardless of whether you take the low road or the high road, and all you gotta do is just pick off these guys and try to score as many headshots as humanly possible. Oh, and for some reason there's a guy that survives, kill him, because there's a lot of them, for some inexplicable reason. And now for the moment that makes the whole jewel heist pointless.
Give us that fucking ice! You're trapped! We'll let you go if you give them up!
Oh, I'm screwed either way. If I don't give you the diamonds, you kill me here and you take them. I do give you the diamonds, Mr. Bulgarin kills me later. I don't nobody having them. Screw all of you.
Lléveno isto.
You selfish piece of cock-sucking shit!
And with that, the diamonds are out of here. And if you try to pursue those dump trucks now with these 2 guys still alive, there'll be nothing but dump trucks in the area. Meaning the game does not want you to try to find them. Anyway, all you have to do is just kill these 2 jerk-offs, and that's the end of that.
Piece of shit.
And of course, they're only carrying SMGs.
Shit, I don't want to spend
And I, ironically enough, came out of that with only, like, 35% of my body armor left. Which is a big step up from losing just about all of my life when playing this mission. But nonetheless, we've done goofed because I blew up the cars. But we're done, and we have pretty much survived what would have been a terrible situation. And as far as I'm concerned, that whole kidnapping ring was a complete and utter bust. All because Ray Bulgarin wants to be a dick and just leaves and thinks he gets the last laugh. But the Ballad of Gay Tony says otherwise. And as I said before, Ray Bulgarin is a one-hit wonder. This game could have done a little bit more with him to make him actually threatening. You know, like Tenpenny or the Forellis. The Forellis actually did do some things to make your life a living hell in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And the Forellis were always making your life a living hell in Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories and Grand Theft Auto 3. But, yeah. Oh, god damn it, that car didn't stop. Anyway, the fact is, when it comes down to bosses in Grand Theft Auto, they're either hit or miss. Bosses like Catalina, bosses like Sonny Forelli, those guys are actual hits. Because at least you know throughout the entirety of the story, they are watching you. And they are actually putting people in place to screw you over at the most inopportune time. In the case of Catalina, it would be just about all of your bosses, save for the Yakuza. In the case of Sonny Forelli, that would be Lance Vance. And of course, San Andreas, all the lots of roadblocks that CJ had to go through, obviously is Tenpenny. Still greatest villain. But when it comes down to Grand Theft Auto 4, you can't really establish a final villain as far as Grand Theft Auto 4 is concerned. Maybe Dimitri is a better villain than Bulgarin, but he too, he only shows up like in Act 3, because in Act 2, the only thing he does, if you could either opinion on both him or Bulgarin is hold Roman hostage. So that's basically all there is to it as far as for this these two people here that are supposed to be bosses. Sorry about that. But the point being, when it comes down to final bosses in this game, again, they can be hit or miss. Now, I will give Lost to Damn some credit, despite the fact that I think that game's the worst of the three. It does have an established boss. However, he's more of an anti-villain than an actual villain. And at least we all know, if you play Grand Theft Auto 5, that his intentions were justified. He is the only villain out of this trio that I would actually respect. Because Bulgarin, he ain't shit. Dimitri, he's just there to troll you. And that's pretty much it. And depending on how you end this game, another person can outright troll you as well. But nonetheless, the whole diamond fiasco was just a big bust, and it made Ray look, well, both Rays look not only incompetent, but weak. Ray Vicino, because he did not plan none of this through. And Ray Bulgarin, because in the end, he got nothing, and he died for it.
You have arrived.
So, with that said, we are done with this mission.
Well, Nico, that was a whole lot of effort for no fucking reward. Story of my life.
It is the story of a lot of lives, Becky. I'm getting used to hearing it.
See you, Nico. I gotta go break the news to Gerald. At least I'm gonna be on the other side of some bulletproof glass to him. But you know what? I'm still fucking scared.
Good luck.
And with that, we're done with Diamonds or Girl's Best Friend. And speaking of the failure incarnate, well, we're gonna get a call from him right about now.
Hey, Ray, I got some bad news for you. You weren't the only one who thought they owned those diamonds. Turns out the serious Russian called Bulgarin claims ownership as well.
Damn it, Nicky, cut the bullshit. You got them? Where are they?
Liberty City dump? I don't know. They got thrown into traffic.
And also, speaking of the backstabbing, dickless loser, Dimitri, we should be expecting a call from him right about now.
You love to disappoint me, Nico Bellic. You really do.
Are you disappointed that I have not found and killed you yet, Dmitry Rascalov? Do not worry. Your time will soon come.
I went to the sewage works on Charge Island. I picked through the bodies, and yours was not amongst them. Very disappointing.
I'm sorry. Or maybe the thugs who failed to kill me should be blamed, though.
I cannot believe that you would steal from my friend Ray Bulgarin twice. First in Europe, and then these diamonds in Liberty City. You are in debt to him, Nico. Why don't you just pay him what you owe, and we can all get along?
I have no debts to Bulgarin, Dmitri. And the only thing I owe you is a bullet to the temple. You will be paid in full. Fear not.
You have a sharp tongue, Nico. It is only a matter of time before it is cut out of your mouth. Goodbye.
It's only a matter of time before this asshole will continue to taunt us. But one thing is perfectly clear. We're done with this part. In the next episode, we're gonna deal with Phil Bell. This is RVMan985. See you guys next time.